Alright, what is the new trading meta now that Trade Protected is the case? How do you need trade skins in order to make the best profit? I'm gonna show you exactly right now. Alright, so we're back with a presentation. Quick recap, Trade Protected update. Here's all you need to know. So on bot markets like Skinport, Skinbaron, etc., D-Market even, they now only sell tradable items. So you send a skin to the bot and then you need to wait till it's tradable on the bot account in order to put it up for sale. Pretty straightforward. Peer-to-peer markets, they work the same as usual, but you need to wait 7 to 8 days before you receive the funds from selling the skins. So this means don't buy on bot markets. I mean, on bot markets, now that it is tradable, all the good skins are going to be sniped by bots. Okay, so I don't think it's worth it to try and manually snipe skins there. I think it's going to be too much competition. Alright, quick disclaimer. So the skin prices may fall even more. As you can see, here's the trending page. You can see that the prices have fallen and now that people can trade again, the prices are going up, but there's no guarantee that the price will not go down even more. I think it's gonna go down a little bit more, but maybe that's not the case and maybe it will just go back up like usual. We'll just have to wait it out, so check that. And also, I don't know if this strategy will be around, but I think it's the best strategy right now, just for the normal people. So the old method was to buy on peer-to-peer markets, Buff163, List Skins, GamerPay, Upin, CS Float, just on that. And then you just sell on peer-to-peer markets. That's what I used to do, just sell like 5% above buff price, boom, easy money. More other people, they would just buy at 93% buff price, and then they would sell at 100% buff price. That was the old meta. Now what is the new meta? All right, let's take a look. Buying skins. We have peer-to-peer markets. Is going to be the same as usual, okay? So for these ones, I recommend CS Float is going to be probably the best beginner-friendly one because you can just deposit your money, buy a skin, that's it. And then we'll also have Upin, Buff163, C5 Game, all the Chinese marketplaces. Those are still nice. You can just place a buy order for skins that you want to sell. And then lastly, we have List Skins. I think it's a good marketplace. It's a Russian site with crypto. So you can just try to buy skins for 92% buff price, 90 to 94%, and don't buy for higher than 105% buff buy order price. So what I will do is, if you know how to buy on Buff163 Upin, I will still start placing buy orders there. If you're just a normal guy, just buy skins on CS Float, 93, 92% buff, and that's gonna be it, okay? I don't recommend bot markets because they will be sniped by bots. Let's see, okay. Let me now show you how you would go buying on CS Float, okay? Because this is probably what most people will be doing. So let's say we go to CS Float. Let me make this full screen for you. This is my account. So first of all, do your KYC and then you can deposit. Go to deposit, select the amount, select crypto, 1% fee. Just deposit with USDC. I believe it's just 1%. So just do this. 1% is nothing. And now what we're going to do is we can either go into the market and search by either the highest discount. Make sure that you have buy now enabled. And then here you could try and see which skins are the best value. And you might question, how can I see that it's 113% buff price? Because this, here you have the normal price, and then it says plus $40, and then it says 113%. What this means, that is $40 more expensive than the buff buy order price. How I got this is because of an extension. If you don't have this extension, it's called Better Float. Enable it, watch my video on my channel. It's called all extensions I use for CS2 trading. Download this extension, search it up, it's called Better Float, once again. Download it, you'll understand it, okay? And in this way we can see how much the skin is selling for in relative to the buff price, okay? And we want to buy skins that are like 90%, 92, 95, about that range is comfortable. So what we can do is we can search through high discount and then go search like this. But this is very inefficient because a lot of these skins are gonna be a facade, okay? They're gonna be fake. You know, they're trying to scam you because you think it's a high discount, but it's actually over 10% buff price. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go to priceempire.com and we're gonna go to comparison. If you don't know how to get to this website, then basically just go to priceempire.com, go to apps, go to trending, and then you'll be on the old Price Empire. And then I go to comparison. You can also use the new one. It's gonna be basically the same, but I just like the old one because I'm old-fashioned, I don't know. Go to CS Float, you compare from CS Float to Buff163 buy order. This is very important to buy order, not to normal, because then you're gonna get inflated prices. Put the marketplace fee at 0%, put the minimum price and maximum price depending on your balance. So let's say we have $100. I would personally look for skins that are about $3 to about $15. That should be the best range if you have only $100. If you have more, if you have 1,000, go from like 19 to like 199. You want to buy like 20, 30 skins maximum, not more, because then it's gonna be inefficient. You can go, if you have a lot of time, buy a lot of cheap skins, because they will have more profit. But I think this is the sweet spot. So in my case, let me just put $3 to 199. Second of all, very important, price age maximum 12 hours. Volume, don't change that. Don't change this. Minimum quantity, doesn't matter really. Maybe put it at 5. You can just play around it. Minimum liquidity, always at 30. And what I will do here is I will just sort from the biggest to the lowest ROI. I put the max ROI at 40 because if it's more than 40% profit, it's gonna probably be fake, okay? You can blacklist stickers because we're not gonna buy stickers. Those are stupid to buy. And now you should get the best skins that there are. So just go from highest ROI to lowest, pretty easy. For example, Glock 18 Bullet Queen, click on CS Float, click on buff, and you can see how much profit it is. So it's a 6% profit. We go here, we can see 93% buff price. That's nice. You could technically just buy this one, and then you will see, okay, 4.75. So it is 94% of the buff price, and that's the buy order price. So it's about 90% buff price. This means that we have a 10% discount when buying. So this is the buying part, okay? Remember this, because now we're gonna go to the selling part, because you can just start buying off these skins, but you need to know where you're gonna be selling skins, and this can be different for multiple people. So what we're gonna do is selling skins. So we still have the normal method, and that is peer-to-peer market, still a great way. So with Waxpeer, CSGO TM, ShadowPay, CSGO Empire, any peer-to-peer market you would be using anyways. Technically, you could also sell on Buff163 or Upin, in your case probably, but that's your own choice. So what we'll be trying to do is, if you're selling on peer-to-peer markets, try to sell for about 105% buff price. This will mean that you can get like 10% profit per trade, maybe even more, okay? I say aim for 5% profit, but I say like try to get the 10% in the way I just showed you. Now, the thing is you can sell the skin instantly when it's tradable, but the funds takes 8 days to arrive. So there is something that you can do in order to neglect this, okay? If you don't want to wait 8 days before you get your money, technically, what you could do, if you have a friend who has some money, you could say like, okay, you could ask him to lend you money, and then you can use the money to flip. Because let's say you sell a skin for $100, then you get the money on the account, but then you need to wait 1 week. So what you could do is you could ask your friend for $100, you will use it to trade again. And then once the money from the market is withdrawable into your account, you can then just withdraw the money into your crypto, give it to your friend, and then give them just like a little bit more, like 2%, 5%, whatever you want. You can set something up. That is something you could do. And then you could still trade in the old way. Otherwise, we have bot markets. So now Skinport only has 8% selling fee. And this could be an opportunity if the prices will stay high on Skinport. But this isn't confirmed yet. Also, I think another one you should take a look at is D-Market. D-Market and Skinport are basically the same. D-Market only has like 4% selling fees if you include the withdrawal fee. So it's 2% selling fee, 2% withdrawal fee, or maybe 1%, I'm not sure to be honest. So it's kind of 50-50, but I found that Skinport just has way more volume. So I think Skinport is going to be the way to go. So what you will do is we will go to a CS Float and we'll buy a skin like this one. For example, Bullet Queen. Then we'll be going to Skinport right here. And we can see we can buy this one for $4.14. If we now search for Bullet Queen Glock 18, here we got it. Then we go to cheapest first. We go to field tested. We can see that it's selling for $5.5. Let's check the latest sell to see. Yeah, it's selling for like €5, €4. It sells pretty often. So this is going to be a fair price. $5.5 could be a fair price, for example. Now let's calculate the profit. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that $5.5 times 0.92 because it's an 8% selling fee. So this is the amount that we will receive. Then we just need the buying price, which is 4.14. Now you can just calculate it. So I do 100 divided by 4.14, but we need to add a little bit of the deposit fee. So let's do 25, why not? Times 5.06, 119%. So we get about a 19% profit just by doing this. And it's probably going to be a little bit less because you're going to wait 2 weeks. But I think this is the best strategy right now, okay? So what I told you, CS float, go buy those skins, go check the list. I'm going to show you once again because it's very important. You check this list, buy all of these skins that are about like 5%, 3%, and just check them to the buff value. Then check Skinport, check what price are they selling at, and then decide if you want to buy it or not. I think this is going to be the best strategy. Try to sell on Skinport for about 110 to 130% buff price. This one is 125% buff. That is amazing, okay? This is what we're looking for. And let me quickly show you why I would choose Skinport instead of DMarket, although DMarket has lower fees. So for example, this item will sell about 5 times, 5, 6 times, maybe a little bit more than 5, maybe 6, 7 times per day, which is quite enough. You know, we could technically buy 3 of these items and you'll be good. Let's go to DMarket and see if we can buy items on here. So Bullet Queen, let's see for what price it sells. And maybe this one, okay, so it does seem that this one sells for a good price. Let's do price lowest and let's choose field tested because that was the float, yeah. So here it sells for $4.5. This is what I mean. This price is absolutely shit, okay? You're not gonna make any good profit. It does sell a lot. Let's take a look, 4.5, 5. But still, if you think about it, this one, 5.5 versus $5, I think Skinport with the volume is just better. But you have to take a look at each item and see which marketplace will be better. Now, what should you do for the exact strategy? Because this is just all poop that I'm saying. I'm just saying random stuff. Now, which one should you choose? So we got the potential options. If Skinport prices stay high, then selling on Skinport will be pretty nice since you can abuse the 8% selling fee. For those not knowing, this used to be 12%. 8% is pretty nice upgrade, and this is a permanent selling fee decrease. Otherwise, if the Skinport prices drop, you can either choose to sell on peer-to-peer as usual, and then you just need to wait longer before you get your money. Or if Skinport prices are high for that item, you can sell. Or if Skinport prices are high on that item, you can choose to sell it on Skinport. What I mean with this is that once your skin becomes tradable, you can put it up for sale on a peer-to-peer market. But you can also just wait, and if it's not selling on the peer-to-peer market, just put it on Skinport. Technically, that's what you can do. Now, let me show you an example. So this is an example of what you could do. So you could buy at CS Float for, let's say, 93% buff price. After fee, that's going to be like 94%, 94.5, whatever. Just a little bit more. Then you wait 7 to 8 days before the skin comes tradable in your inventory. Then you sell it on a peer-to-peer market, just like usual. And you'll get like 103% buff, 105, whatever you get. I don't know for what price you sell, maybe even 100%. Then you wait 7 to 8 days and then you receive the money. Boom, profit, 8% profit in 16 days. It's possible, 16% a month. If you could get a friend to loan you money, then this could be double, okay? Think about that. Now let's go to the Skinport cycle. It looks like this. So what we will do is we will buy at 93, wait for the trade, whatever. Then we trade it to the Skinport bot, but we wait another 7 to 8 days. Then we sell it at, hopefully after fees, 105% buff price. And we should make about 10% profit in 16 days, about that time. But this one is more volatile because in 14 days, the price can go up, down, sideways, horizontal, everywhere. So we have to be careful. So you need to choose one of these. You need to prepare. So either start buying right now, wait for the things to stabilize. I would suggest check the items, check Skinport, check DMarket, check CS Float. You know, if you buy skins on CS Float right now for 93% buff price, worst case scenario, you will break even, okay? Because how much more is the price gonna drop? I'm not sure, you know? I honestly don't know. But if you buy at a low price, you can always quick sell it on Upin or Buff or Empire or back to CS Float. You can always sell it in a week. In a week, it's probably not gonna drop 30%. So I think you're gonna be safe, and I think this is gonna be the best strategy for you. I would personally choose Skinport, just sell them on there, or just stick to the same or peer-to-peer. I think this is the new trading meta. I hope you understood this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe.